In the second video for lesson set 4, we're going to look at how compound interest works with a bank account. And most of the time, compound interest in the bank is compounded daily. So just as a reminder, we're going to do this first example. How much interest does 1,000 earn in 1 day? So our time is 1 day at an interest rate of 6% compounded daily. So what is the balance after a day? So the first thing we need to do is figure out our variables, which P equals 1,000, rate equals 0.06, which represents the 6%. And because we're dealing with days, we're going to say 1 day is 1 out of 365 days in a year. We'll fill in our simple interest formula using our variables in our 1 over 365. And we get interest of 16 cents. Add that back into our principal of $1,000. So you earned 16 cents interest in 1 day. Okay, so let's look at how this applies to a bank. So Jennifer has a bank account that compounds interest daily at a rate of 3.2%. So that's our rate. On July 11th, the principal is $1,234.98. So our opening balance each day is the principal from the previous day. Okay, she withdraws $200 for a car repair. She receives a $34 check from her health insurance company and deposits it. On July 12th, she deposits her $345.77 paycheck. What is her balance at the end of the day on July 12th? So to organize this, we're going to use a table, and we're going to look first at July 11th. So our opening balance is $1,234. And if you remember in here, it said she deposited and received a check from her health insurance company for $34. So that is going to be added. It also stated she withdrew $200 for a car repair on July 11th. So now we need to calculate what our new principal is for the end of the day. So at the end of the day, our new principal is $1,068.98. And when we calculate interest, we use the principal from the end of the day. Okay, so to calculate the next section, the day's interest, round it to the nearest cent, we need to identify our variables. So we know our principal is $1,068.98. Our rate from up here is 0.032, and it said it compounds interest daily. So fill in our simple interest formula with our principal, our rate, and our time of 1 over 365. So our interest is 9 cents. So we're going to put that in there. And remember, interest is added to the principal and gives us an ending balance of $1,069.07. So in our bank account, our ending balance is now going to become our beginning balance. Okay, so in our statement that was given to us on July 12th, deposits $345.77, and they said nothing about any withdrawals. So our withdrawals is just going to be left blank, or you can put a line through it. We need to calculate our new total, which is $1,414.84. And now we need to use our same rate and our same time and calculate our interest for the day of July 12th. So fill in our formula, and our interest is now 12 cents. And the reason the interest is 12 cents is because if you compare the principal in this middle row from July 11th and July 12th, you can see our balance is higher. So the higher your balance, the more money you're going to earn in interest. So you're going to put 12 cents in for the day's interest, round it to the nearest cent. We are going to add it, and our final balance on July 12th is $1,414.96. Okay, so we're going to repeat that just to make sure you understand it with a different example. So on July 7th, so we're going to identify this different pieces. July 7th is the date. She opened a savings account with $900. Okay, and I'm going to highlight the variable parts that apply to both days in a different color. So it earns 3% interest and it's compounded daily. On January 8th, so January 8th, it's going to be a different color. She deposited her paycheck of $76.22. What is her balance at the end of January 8th? So the first thing we're going to do is identify our variables. We need to calculate our balance for the day. In this case, on January 7th, we did not add and we did not subtract. So we did not deposit or withdraw any money. So our ending balance on January 7th is $900. So we need to just simply calculate the interest on the $900 using the 3% and the 1 out of 365 days. So we end up with interest of 7 cents. We need to calculate our new balance by adding the interest to our beginning balance. So 900 plus 7 cents is $900.07. On January 8th, our principal is going to be our new balance from the previous day at the end of $900.07. Our rate is the same and our time is the same. Now, in this one, on January 8th, she deposited a paycheck. So we need to adjust our balance by adding in our deposit. And that gives us a new balance of $976.29. There are no withdrawals, so that is going to be our balance at the end of the day. Now, we need to calculate our interest. And to do that, we use our balance from the beginning. We use our new balance with the paycheck added in and the same interest and time frame of 1 over 365 days. And we end up with interest of 8 cents. So we need to calculate our new end of the day balance by adding that 8 cents into our adjusted balance, and we end up with an end of the day balance of $976.37.